whether it's during foreplay or the main event, fingering can be extremely pleasurable to a woman if done correctly. In fact, if you really know what you're doing, you can even make a woman orgasm using just your fingers. The beautiful thing about your fingers is that they can bend, they increase or decrease in size by adding or removing fingers, and it's much easier to control than a straight stick. So it's a powerful tool that can do quite a lot. And in this video, I will show you what to do with those little fingers of yours so that any woman you touch is glad that she met you in the first place and keeps coming back for more. That said, let's dive in. My name is Marni, and from here on out, I am going to be your very own personal wing girl, and every week I'm going to give you the no BS insider info about what women really want, not what they say they want, plus effective methods to win over any girl you like. So hit that subscribe button now so you never miss a video. And before I start telling you exactly how to use your fingers to cause immense pleasure on a woman, I want you to be sure that your penis is prepared for its turn when the woman you're sleeping with is ready for it, which is why I need to tell you about Joymode. And Joymode makes natural science-backed sexual wellness products for men. Joymode was created because the products on the market, like prescriptions and over-the-counter gas station pills, are terrible and can hurt you in the long run. I would much rather you take a supplement designed to spice things up naturally rather than a prescription drug that can have harmful effects down the road. So whether you're happy or unhappy with your performance in the bedroom, why not perform even better? So Joymode's Sexual Wellness Performance Booster is like a pre-workout, but for sex. So you take it anywhere from 45 minutes to 5 hours before you have sex, and you can expect to get one of the best erections of your life. So if you want to spice things up in the bedroom and boost your sexual performance and do it naturally without any nasty prescriptions or drugs, then give Joymode a try. All you have to do is go to usejoymode.com/Marni or enter Marni at checkout for 20% off your first order. That's usejoymode.com/Marni for 20% off your first order. And thank you so much, Joymode, for sponsoring today's video. Now on to those fingers. So first of all, I like to start off with a little disclaimer. Before you touch her, make sure you prepare the tools. That means you need to trim your nails, you need to wash your nails, wash your hands. No girl wants to be scratched and cut down there, and no one wants to catch an infection either. So it's really important to have clean, well-groomed hands when you're touching a woman's private parts. So once that's covered, you can proceed to apply the rest of the steps that I'll share in this video. And there are 5 easy steps to follow, starting with step number 1. Tease. Spend plenty of time warming up before you move between her legs. Make out with her, kiss her neck, and nibble on her ears, caress her butt, her hips, her thighs. When you start to work your way down, rub your partner's crotch through her underwear using your palm, or grind it against your partner with your thigh or your pelvis, even after their pants are off. Keep teasing her. Run your fingers slowly through her inner thighs and slowly towards her vagina. So leave her underwear on and trace a fingertip up and down her on her vaginal lips. You want her to be aching for skin-to-skin contact by the time you finally let them have it. So this is extremely important for women. It's the anticipation created by teasing that gets us stimulated and aroused. In fact, for many, teasing is the best part of the entire experience, so do not skip over it. And just hurry up and get to her vagina. So step number 2, start gentle and slow. I've been with men who treated my precious V like a slab of meat, so poking and prodding and pounding, an awful experience that killed my mood and ruined all attraction that I had for them. So when you're touching a woman, especially down there, you need to go slow at first and be gentle to properly open up the vagina and unlock its full sensitivity. So if you just go, it's gonna kill the vibe and might even hurt her in the process. So don't go and jam your fingers inside immediately. Spend time on the outside first. You have to stroke her vaginal lips in a gentle manner, run circles around her clitoris, which is the most sensitive and most pleasurable part of the female body. And you can obviously use your tongue for this as well, but with the fingers, it's just easier to adjust pressure and speed. So as you do this, you'll probably start to notice your girl gasp and breathe heavy. So these are signs that she's enjoying what's happening. She's not like choking or something, so don't worry about that. You might also see that she's getting more wet. So that means it's time to dip into her vagina, and this is how you'll do it. So step 3, start with one finger. Just because she's wet and enjoying herself doesn't necessarily mean her vagina is ready for something intense. It means it's warming up to it. So it's always better to start with less fingers, less pressure, less speed. Also make sure your fingers are wet before you insert it into her vagina. So it doesn't matter if you use your spit or her vaginal fluids to get it wet, but make sure it's smooth and slippery. You never want to insert a dry object down there. I can feel that, because that feels like being poked in the eye and it's not pleasant. It hurts. So get your fingers wet, then put one in slowly and make little like come here movements like this, okay? You can even like explore a bit. So rotate to the left and right, push down and up. So you know what I'm talking about. But whatever you try, don't use your finger like a dildo or a penis and just like go in and out. That movement is not ideal when fingering a girl. It does not create a lot of stimulation. Plus, the greatest advantage your finger has is the fact that it can bend. So you want to use that advantage to have maximum effect. So step number 4, add in another finger. The best way to do so, in my opinion, is to partially take out your first finger, slowly twist it out, and then put 2 back in, okay? Once you have 2 fingers in, you start exploring again. Maybe a little come hither motion, rotating to the sides, up and down. You don't need a lot of motion to stimulate her. Explore how she reacts to your touch, plus going slow here will only make her want it more. So do not rush ever. Step number 5, stimulate the G-spot. And the G-spot is located about 1 to 2 inches inside her body, and it usually feels like a fleshy little bean or like a sponge. And you want to use that come hither motion to start stimulating the spot, which is full of pleasurable nerve endings. So start slow as usual and build up the speed and pressure gradually, and this will get her closer and closer to an orgasm. And you can tell by looking at her body language and noticing the sounds that she's making. If her body is moving and she's moaning and gasping, then you are on the right track. So keep doing what you're doing. You can even ask your partner if she'd like another finger. And if she wants to try that, go ahead and put another one in. But most of the time, 2 is like gonna do the trick, because adding more fingers might restrict your movement. So if you wanna add more speed and pressure instead of the come here motion, go with a more direct back and forth with a little bend in your fingers. So like that. This is the most acceptable time to do that back and forth motion. So once you find a pace and pressure level that your girl is reacting to, just keep it up, okay? And let her bask in that intense pleasure coursing through her body. And that's it. That's how you finger a woman the right way. And here's the wonderful thing about women. Most women will actually tell you what they like and they didn't like. So for some women, they may not like when you go inside of them. They may like when you just stick to the clitoris. So even though I'm giving all of these tips, asking your woman, talking to the woman, or even just seeing what she responds to most is going to give you the answers on what is most pleasurable for her. Now, it's worth noting that not every woman will orgasm through G-spot stimulation, but that does not mean it doesn't feel amazing. And if you finger her well, she will always appreciate it and even look forward to it in the future. Also, here's another thing that you should know about pleasing women in bed that most men do not know and do not do. And it's that women are much more likely to enjoy having sex with a man and reach orgasm if she feels emotionally connected to him, because sex for women isn't just a physical experience, it's an emotional one too. The better your emotional bond is with a girl, the better sex you'll have with her and the more sex you'll have, because she's going to keep coming back for it. I have an amazing program that is called Beyond Attraction, which can show you how to build a strong emotional connection with a woman. And if you're interested, click the link in the description to check it out. It gives you easy ways to communicate with women in a way that naturally builds trust, intimacy, and a deep level of connection. A connection which is much stronger than attraction once you get past the attraction phase. A connection that gets her obsessed with you physically and emotionally. And once you know these little known communication tactics, you are never gonna miss out on having sex or lose a woman's interest in a relationship. These communication secrets are the only tool I know of that makes a woman devote herself to you completely. So if that's something that you want, click the link in the description below and check out Beyond Attraction. But anyways, thank you for watching this video today. I hope you found it useful, and as always, I will see you next week.